Nestled at the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains lies a small town with a passion rarely matched for football. Where are we, you ask? Cleveland, Tennessee, Bradley County, a county the size of New York City with less than 1% of the population. By comparison, Cowboys Stadium would have more than enough seats for every resident. What this city lacks in density, however, it makes up for in heart and tradition. One of the things that makes this community so special is its intense love of high school football. In fact, two of the three teams, the Cleveland Raiders and the Bradley Central Bears, had a rivalry so intense that they were barred from playing each other for years. With the addition of another school, Walker Valley, all within a few miles from each other, the city comes together and competes for honor, pride, and to win. With weeks before the official start of school, Bradley Central's Coach Floyd, Cleveland's Coach Crawford, and Walker Valley's Coach Ryan gear up for a long and competitive season. But before the game, there hides a moment. One of the most important elements of the game, a place between strategy and touchdowns, between thoughts and actions, a place where half the game has already been decided. This is the pregame.
I am Damon Floyd, head coach, Bradley Central High School, and this will be my 7th year. Yes, I graduated from here from Bradley Central High School in 1996. Played football here. The things we stress to our players here at Bradley is that we have an honored tradition and relentless pride. It's an intense sport, and I tell our kids that all the time. You know, sometimes we scream and yell as football coaches because it's intense out there.
Hamilton, get over and give me 10, you walk.
I think we're detailed, not only myself, but my whole coaching staff.
My name is Glenn Ryan, and I've been coaching 27 years now. Been the offensive coordinator at Walker Valley High School for 2 years. I was very fortunate to get hired on by our principal, Mr. Coggins, and enjoyed the time here and looking forward to being the head coach here at Walker Valley. I'm coming into a program that's not had a lot of success. The way you build a program, everybody has to be on board. And from the administration, the community, the parents, the players, the coaches, it takes everybody being on board and believing in what you're doing. Otherwise, you're constantly going to have battles that are going to interfere with the forward progress of your program. I've got a formula in place. Some of it's mine, some of it's things I've learned from other guys that I've worked with, but it's been proven. I know it works, and you know that's what we're trying to implement here.
My name's Ron Crawford. I'm the new football coach at Cleveland High School. I began my 27th fall. I know my youthful good looks confused a lot of people, but yeah, 27 years of coaching. My dad's a high school football coach. I got from him probably a care for kids and wanting to be successful and hurting for them when they're not.
We're gonna coach you hard. We're gonna love you hard, too. You got me? You wouldn't have it any other way, would you? Come on, if we didn't think you could do it, we wouldn't ask you to do it. All right?
Cleveland High School, you know, I think everybody's aware of the 54-game win streak in the mid-90s, the back-to-back state championships, 93, 94, 95. You know, we'll characterize our year more as a building year, not a rebuilding year. I'm excited to be a part of the whole school. That's part of our mission statement, is to do the right things on and off the field. So we're going to challenge our kids in that fashion.
Can you help me? Somebody hit my car and their insurance company wants me to take it to a shop across town.
You have the right by state law to choose the body shop that you want to repair your vehicle. And every repair we do is covered by our lifetime warranty.
Over the past 15 years, many people have chosen Gilbert's for their collision repair needs. In case you accidentally need us, we're located 1 block off South Lee Highway, directly behind the CVS pharmacy.
On my journey across America, I found new ways to tell people about saving money. This is Bobby. Say hello, Bobby. Hello, Bobby. Do you know you could save hundreds on car insurance over the phone, online, or at your local Geico office? Tell us, Bobby, what would you do with all those savings?
Hire a bit of ventriloquist. Your lips are moving.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
They're wonderful people, the most friendliest people I've ever met. We used to joke with each other about swapping teeth because we never could keep them in. They've really changed my life around. Now I can eat a ear of corn, and that's what I've been wanting to do.
We love traffic. Over 25,000 cars a day drive by our billboards.
Could your business use 25,000 more customers? Let's talk.
Call East West Media.
We have a 2-week dead period, the last week of June, first week of July.
Which is kind of unique in the state of Tennessee.
We thought, oh, it's awful, you know. My wife is glad we have a dead period because we vacation at that time.
You know, for 2 weeks we can't have contact with the kids.
After we come back from the dead period is when TSSAA allows us to have a ball and put a helmet on and start getting our players acclimated to it.
I'm Austin Herring, starting quarterback. I started playing football when I was 6. I'd have to give credit for teaching me the game to my grandpa. The thing that inspires me the most is I don't want to regret anything. I want to live high school to the fullest. When I get older and I start getting gray hairs, I don't want to look back and think, well, I could have done this or I could have done that. I just want to do everything.
I'm not ready for those.
Dead period is almost over.
We got school in like a month.
It just flew by.
I don't know. We're gonna be freaking juniors. I can't believe that.
And football's about to be awesome too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I know, we're gonna have a good year this year. You guys excited about Coach Crawford this year? Heck yeah. Yeah, you know there's not many seniors, so we're gonna have to step up. You know?
Yeah, totally. How does it feel to be a starting quarterback now?
It feels good. I'm tired of sitting on the bench. So yeah, hopefully we can get some wins this year.
Last time you started was with Cookville, wasn't it?
Yeah, freshman year.
Think you're ready? You think you're ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Some of the top moments in my football career would be beating Bradley my freshman year. You want that feeling, those bragging rights each year. So around town, when people bring up the game, you can be like, yeah, we won.
Dude, we got to beat them this year. Since last year and all that.
First we had to beat Maryville. First we had to start off with Maryville.
Yeah.
What do you think about Maryville?
Dude, Maryville's good. But
what do you think about Walker Valley? Walker
Valley? That's funny, but they're actually going to be pretty good.
Yeah, they're going to be decent.
They're going to be better than we think they are.
Walker Valley's a sleeper. You know, most people are down on them because they didn't have a good year last year, but I think they'll be good this year. You know, they've had a lot of kids working hard. The thing I'm looking forward to the most is just being out there on Friday nights with the student section cheering you on, being out there with my friends and just playing the game, you know.
Okay, ready? Bang, bang. Take that, boom, take that, boom, take that, boom. Ready, 1, 2, 3.
I got some good news and some bad news for you. We're back in the cafeteria for driver's ed, which I don't mind. It's it's nice to have a classroom, but if we're in the cafeteria, we're fine. Larry Hill's going to give us 1 car, so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I believe the other two need to be repaired a little bit.
Hope we got good drivers this year.
We may need to buy new cones.
Yeah.
Last year, I think they took a beating.
Yeah, they did.
Moving the entrance from down here to more center of the stadium. Is that what we're doing?
Going to move it in and give us an official entrance rather than it looking like we're pulling into an alleyway back here and stuff. And then once we get that finished, then our next step is going to be to come off of these ramp areas with some awnings and
covering them over.
Covering them over and everything with the Walker Valley, and then I think they've decided they're going to paint right along this back of this press box, just home of the Mustangs, Walker Valley High School, home of the Mustangs on there. So that way when people pull in, it'll look like, you know, all right, they know where they're at.
Look like an entrance
exactly.
to the stadium and stuff, instead of wondering which way to go.
That's all we're trying to do, just decorate this thing out and finish it up and make it look official looking. We're kind of isolated from the main heart and soul of Bradley County and Cleveland itself. You know, we're up here and we're kind of looked at as, well, y'all are out there. But what we do have in a community is starting to, I think, get excited about the things they're hearing about what's going on up here.
Just coming back from dead period, I think right now it's going to be exciting to see our kids come back and make sure that, you know, see how many of them continue to run, see how many of them it's going to be a struggle with. We're excited to get a ball out, be able to actually instruct some football. Our goal is kind of to slow this thing down a little bit, go back, and we're going to break it down into a little bit smaller pieces, move some positions around, see how some kids respond to different things, and you know, we're excited to get the kids back in here and get started. I guess we need to go practice plans. It'd be great if we could get sometime this week too. Great if we could try to hopefully get Monday and Tuesday of next week. Probably won't, man, who knows if it'll happen or not. I guess we'll rotate it, right? We can get our freshmen. We can do our freshmen after we do our varsity schedule. But I guess we can rotate it, right? Isn't it better to stay on one side of the ball the whole period, the whole practice, and then flip it for the next practice?
It's all day, dude. All day.
How about you go deep?
All day.
Nah.
Take some time off the clock. That's gonna cost me. Hello? We're practicing at 6. Yeah, man, come on over. We'll take the Jeep. I'm just sitting at the house playing Cole, a little Xbox, so just come on over. Alright, man, sounds good. That's it. My name is Bryce Copeland. I play quarterback and safety at Bradley Central. And my family's history of football, I mean, my dad played football at Bradley, quarterback, and so did my uncle, both my uncles, and my grandfather did as well. So, I mean, we just have a lot of history, a lot of background of football.
You can't even do that on Xbox.
That was pretty nice.
Yeah, on my guy.
The last time Bradley beat Cleveland was, I think it was 21 years ago. This was my freshman year. My uncle was the last quarterback to do it, and people were kind of joking with me, saying it's the Copeland curse. You can end it and go out and beat Cleveland. And you know, luckily we went out and we beat them, and it was kind of just the best feeling in the world. I mean, I'm just a little freshman, and I was lucky enough to get the starting job and go out and win. So I mean, it was just an unbelievable feeling. People coming up. Teachers coming up, give me high fives and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, dude, I'm picking you apart right now, son. Picking you apart. Cole, you're.
Hey, I like a close game. I'd hate to blow you out and embarrass you.
Touchdown.
I knew it was coming.
Dude, that was a great throw.
I know.
I don't know who that was, but that was a great throw. goals for this year as a team would be to win the district, because I've never done that in football, and I think we're due. You know, we've been close, but never quite sealed the deal. But hopefully this year we'll get over the top and win a district.
You're watching the pregame.
Proudly brought to you by Gilbert's Collision, in case you accidentally need us.
Hey, this is Scott from the Sports Drive. Join the team every weekday on Talk 101.3 The Buzz. We are Cleveland and Bradley's local sports show, so check it out Monday through Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. or better yet, call in 476-0076.
The following portion of the pregame is brought to you by RPM Transport, Cleveland, Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Wes Leverett, owner and operator of Bradley Tree Service. I'm your local ISA certified tree specialist, serving Bradley County for 15 years. We have the right equipment and specialize in a wide range of services designed to keep your trees healthy and looking great. I'm Wes Leverett with Bradley Tree Service.
Call for a call.
The following is brought to you by RelyLocal.com.
Underground Sound does audio installations for your automobiles and even your home. Underground Sound does the most basic installations to full-out custom designs. Not only does Underground Sound do installations for automobiles, they also do it for boats. You're watching the pregame, brought to you by Underground Sound.
Our coaching staff has been together for 3 years now, which is a big positive. Everybody's on the same page about our philosophy. Our coaching staff not only knows football, X's and O's, but they're also men of character, and it's the kind of guys that you would want coaching your son.
Well, I know our kids needed the break over dead period, but we've got a busy week coming up.
There's only so much you can do without pads on, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for us, offensively, it's just the timing and reading coverages, and that's one thing we got to get Coach McCamus to do better is get our quarterbacks reading that coverage, whether it's cover 3, cover 2, man under, man free.
Yeah, well, with Keith out, you know, I keep forgetting that when Bryce got hurt, Keith's out.
Yeah.
Already out for the season with injury, so Daniel, it's a lot on him as a freshman, but we need to make sure he's pre-snap telling us the coverage every time in the passing league, every rep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make sure this year, without a doubt, if somebody goes down,
we got somebody ready.
Yeah, and they know what to do. Maybe not just the position they play,
right?
But, you know, so.
Yeah, we got a lot of kids. It's a good problem to have. But
speaking of that, Coach Day's got to make sure he's got all the helmets lined up, ready to go. I hope we don't have to buy more helmets this year.
Well, it's a good problem to have if you do, but surely, of course, it seems a lot of freshmen, so, I mean, we're going to have over 100 kids total, so that's...
I guess we can deal with more helmets and send out a letter to alumni or something like that. Maybe they can help us a little bit.
Yeah.
We got Cleveland at home this year, so that should help us. But we don't play our first varsity game at home until...
East Hamilton?
Yeah, week 4.
They'll bring a good crowd. They should. I mean,
they're excited this year. They got a lot of people back.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't need to worry about them. We need to worry about Polk.
How do you think Coach Crawford and Coach Ryan's going to do at Cleveland, Walker Valley? Coach Crawford, I mean, I knew when Bill was here, we went over there, and he was at first year at Brentwood. I mean, he's done a good job over there, and I know Coach Wade, you know, Paul talks highly of him over there.
He's definitely got
excited.
Yeah, well, he's definitely got a reputation. Everybody I talk to talks about what a good guy he is.
Yeah.
I would say he's going to have a good rapport with the players.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously he's been coaching in the toughest area in the state for how many years?
I don't know. He's got been in at 22, I guess. I saw in the paper.
Excited. He'll probably get some more kids out. But you know, it should make us better. We got to raise our game. So it's gonna be a lot tougher, but. So, I'm sure they're. That's the thing, is both programs are going to be very excited.
Yeah.
With new coaches.
Yeah.
But we need to continue to worry about Bradley.
Yeah, we got to keep building what we're building. So.
Right now, what we're really trying to do is build depth, create competition at all our spots. Competition should bring out the best in all of us. And I think that's what we've got to get our kids to do, understanding that we need as many starters and contributors as possible. So, you know, we'll push our development of this football team all the way up until that last week as we prepare for Maryville.
Hey! There you go. Keep your elbows tucked inside and let's be violent. Cleveland football is. Cleveland football is. Building a team. Building a team. Committed to. Committed to. Doing the right thing. Doing the right thing. On and off the field. On and off the field. Exhibiting toughness. Exhibiting toughness. And discipline. And discipline. We will. We will. Be a strong. Be a strong. Consistent. Consistent. Program. Program. Built upon. Built upon. These principles of character, and hard work, break it down, that's it.
The weather has affected us very little because we don't change our coaching style at all, and our players are starting to understand that as well. Whether it's rain, sleet, snow, we're going to practice. Whether we're inside or we're outside, we're still going to practice, and we're going to practice the same way. It's going to be intense. We're going to hit. We're going to do everything that we do outside if we have to go inside. Day one always starts, and whether it's day 1, day 2, day 50, it always begins with fundamentals. You can never overemphasize fundamentals. It always goes back to that. When things aren't going good, rather than looking for new plays or new strategies, go back to fundamentals. And, you know, that's our philosophy.
We're too high. Too high. Come on. Put it away. This is not away. Get it up. That's better. That's how you tackle.
You got to go full speed. You understand?
Sir.
Get back over there again. When I call you, you better sprint as fast as you can go.
Next thing, pick up the intensity level. I told you, inside, outside, it doesn't matter. It's full tilt.
Day one for us is we will start with the fundamentals, and we not only start with those on day one, we're going to continue out throughout the season, and you know, we feel that, you know, such things as stance and starts are very important. And this year, you know, we play in 5 weeks from the dead period, and it makes it tough. So coaches are kind of scrambling, trying to get as much in as they can, and you know, you got to get started that first day because we feel like as coaches we're already behind, so we don't have much time to prepare. And so for us, that first day, we hit the ground running and start installing offensive and defensive schemes.
Here we go. Let's work it. Let's go. Good work right here. Good work.
Once he goes, don't turn and look at him. It's a zone turn, so you got to be able to see the quarterback if the ball's thrown. I'm going to feel him. That's why I'm feeling him on my hand and squeeze him out. If he cuts back underneath me, I'm okay. I can still cover. You know what I'm saying? Good. You have got to be ready to compete from the very first snap.
In order to have a rivalry, you have to be competitive.
Coach to me is about teaching and about leading. And I want us to look coached. I want us to be lined up in the right place to be able to execute, not only on offense and defense, which is what most people want to talk about, but executing the kicking game.
One of our goals this year, and really this is our main goal, we don't really make goals for wins and losses or winning the state championship. I mean, obviously everybody wants to do that, but one of the things that we focus on is trying to become a family.
That's what we want. We want to become a rivalry with those guys.
For our kids to act like young men, for them to play like there's not a scoreboard, to play with passion.
Not just playing for yourself as an individual, but playing for the guy next to you.
Us finding the right mix in the right spots is going to be key for this team's success.
Our main focus here at Bradley is just to become a family and understand why we're here and not play for each other and have a little pride in playing for the guy next to you and trusting him and loving him and, you know, basically becoming brothers.
We want to be where we are competitive with Cleveland and Bradley, and that it's not just about Cleveland and Bradley in this county anymore.
Been a great week of practice. I think our guys have gone hard. And
well, you know, 7-on-7s are good, and you know, practicing in shorts and helmets. But you know, this week we can find out who likes to hit. We can start off with some Oklahoma drills and find out how tough they are.
Well, we'll find out a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah. Let's go. Bradley Central, Walker Valley, Cleveland Blue. Let's get it cracking. 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 Bradley Central, Walker Valley, Cleveland Blue. Let's get it cracking. 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 Coach Crawford, Coach Floyd, Coach Ryan, Tennessee boys, this finna be on now. Bradley County done zoned out. I'm on some takoyaki royal buffet feeling grown now. Pregame is tonight.